Hello everyone, welcome to another of our videos overviewing the balance of payments, and in this video we're going to take a much closer look at the current account. So there's four parts to the current account. There's the trade balance in goods, the trade balance in services, and there are two more items as well: the net primary income balance and the net secondary income. So if we have a look first of all at primary income, this is when citizens of a country own assets in another country. The profit, the interest and the dividends that these assets earn, when they're repaid to the country of origin, they will come through this part of the current account. So for example, if a UK business has set up a business in another part of the world, the profits that they earn on this business, when they are repatriated, sent back to the UK, this will count as a positive item on this part of the account. And if another country owns an asset in the UK, for instance, profit when it is sent back will count as a negative item. Net secondary income. Typically these are transfers, so things like overseas aid will go through this part of the account. The UK's contribution to the European Union budget will go out through this part of the account. The key thing to remember though, when we're calculating aggregate demand, it's the trade balance in goods and services that is used for that. So a thinking task for you. This is the latest balance of payments current account data here for the UK, and I'd like you to pause the video for a moment and think about what would you say are the key features of this data, the UK's current account performance since the mid-1980s. Right, welcome back everybody. I just very briefly, it's difficult to look at this data and not actually think that it's a pretty poor performance in some ways. Certainly since the very late 1990s, although there's some volatility, the current account, the line here shows a declining trend, and notice this is as a percent of nominal GDP. The trade balance are the yellow parts on here, and I think the other thing that's very interesting is how the trade balance has become an increasingly small part of the story in explaining what's happening with the current account, and in particular the primary income balance, this dark blue, across the new millennium was a positive item, reducing the size of the current account deficit. And now, certainly in 2012 to 16, a really big factor contributing to the size of the deficit. On this slide, we've got the UK's current account performance compared with some other advanced countries, specifically the G7 economies, and you will see the UK holds the largest current account deficit amongst this group of countries. But really striking on here are the countries with current account surpluses, and particularly striking is the size of the surplus that Germany has. Back to the UK, just looking at the trade balance in more detail on this slide. The blue line is the goods balance. So the lower of the two blue lines is the goods balance. The yellow is a service balance, and then the combined balance is in the middle. You'll notice from this that certainly since 2000 the UK has run a surplus in trade in services, but it isn't enough to offset the very significant deficit in goods. So a thinking task for you, just pause the video for a couple of minutes. What sorts of goods and services do you think a country might trade? And restart the video again when you are done. These are the sorts of things that I have got. So trading goods, manufactured goods, semi-finished goods. And I think a really important thing to note here is that not all goods are manufactured. So you've got raw materials, energy products, and so on. Trade in services, there's all sorts of things. So the UK is particularly known for financial services, for example. And on this next slide here, this is referring again to the most recent figures for the UK. And what we're looking at here is by sector, goods on the left, services on the right. Which sectors have been particularly important in explaining the annual change in the trade in goods balance? So you can see that coal, gas and electricity is a really big contributor to the change, and where services are concerned, you will see that it is transport on that side. So there we are. That is an end to our video looking at the current account in a little more detail.